What are we to do? What have we become but a nation of destructive behavior? This is now a war against all of us. The Biden administration is a corrupt mob, and the Obama administration fuels the cycle. Let me warn you all that this corrupt behavior against President Trump is the most disgusting scheme to try and keep him down, and this is a horror. This system now allows criminals to steal from department stores, and all they say is to watch and not do anything. And this is okay, to sit and allow these monsters to destroy hardworking designers and retailers. My God. My fellow Americans, this is a civil war, and this is the time we must stand for truths. If we don't see this, you, your children, grandchildren, sisters, brothers, will all pay the price for this default. My God, let us not beg, let us not steal, but allow God's truths to be yours and mine. Let us not hide our pride, but allow God's greatest truths to show the way. We must stand up for truths we lost, stand up for the gift that was given to all, the freedom that the American dream stood for. If we allow deceit against President Trump and allow this lie to win, we will all regret this. And my only wish is that all can find the truth that President Trump is a man who wants to save America, the dream, the freedom. Let us not allow the manipulation of this government to destroy this land, our purpose, our love, our light. Allow the truth to remind us all that we are a nation that has been free, and now our freedom is being taken away with lies and greed. Stand up now for the only truths that can save us. And let us remember Lincoln's sacrifice. Much love to you.
Good evening. Oh, I think you're muted, Carrie. Carrie's muted.
Here I am.
There you are.
Sorry about that.
No problem. How is our Carrie friend tonight?
Good evening. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, great. Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to do current events tonight, friends. We have a hot topic we want to cover soon, but tonight we're going to be talking about current events, and we've got Herbie in chat.
Hey, Herbie. Did I ask you how you're doing? I'm sorry. I'm like doing so many things right now.
You did, but
Okay,
let's ask
okay.
Herbie how he's doing. How you doing, Herbie?
He's excited. Oh, we're excited to have you here.
Yes, we're so excited. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot that's been going on the last week, and we thought because so much was going on, it'd be fun to talk through some of that and see what everybody's thoughts are and go through it. So we've got like the COVID fears are coming up. The Trump was arrested. The indictment. There's more information out on Maui. There's more Biden corruption info going out there, and I'm sure more. So where do you want to start? Should we start with Trump's arrest, or where do you want to start?
Well, I just wanted to say something quickly.
Sure.
22 states have banned gender affirming care. So
that is awesome.
There are some that there are lawsuits. You know, there's a few that are in flux and like there's stipulations, but it's it's great.
That's pretty awesome. 22 states?
Yeah, because we had that podcast months ago about that, and just it's been trickling in. I've noticed, so I just wanted to. That's good news. We need more, but and of course they're all red states. So
yeah. But that's great news because they're going after the kids.
Yep.
And honestly, like if adults want gender affirming care, you go right for it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's for the children. Yes, I didn't clarify that. It's for the children.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's, I guess, the assumption that would be why we would celebrate, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and, you know, speaking of the kids, to me, we should get into COVID first. All the COVID fears are out there. Starting again, they're trying to put fear into people and talking about a new variant. And the schools are already starting to react. So I heard that colleges, like some colleges, are going to have um, mask mandates now for
Yeah.
the first, at least the first 2 weeks when kids start.
Yeah. I saw that too. I can't remember which ones.
And
Yeah.
there's a Kentucky school, I think, that closed for a couple of days. And I think I have more in here. Yeah, mask mandates are returning. It's so frustrating. And then related, whoopsie, sorry, I had a video file, sorry. But yeah, and then now it's just there, it's the buzzes everywhere. Biden has said that he wants to request funding from Congress for a new vaccine.
Yeah. They said it'll be ready in September. Well, wait, that's really soon.
That is really soon.
Few days. Can you pull up Media 1A? Because this is about the masks.
Absolutely. I've got a little carry folder here.
Okay.
So let me pull that up. I got it up.
Okay, so yeah, the CDC accidentally put this out. It says they don't work against smoke because of all the fires.
Oh.
But then you can.
Oh, and that's how big smoke particles are.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're saying it doesn't work for smoke, but it's really only to stop the spread of COVID, and you should just stay inside.
That is so ridiculous.
It really is.
Wow, this is really, you know what? I have to post this all over. That's a really good visualization of how it is. I was just telling a family member that the COVID particles are so small they go through the masks.
Well, and on the typical mask boxes that you can buy, you know, the blue with the white on the other side, it says it on the box. It does not protect you from viruses.
But what about the N95 mask? Because that's what this person wears. I wonder.
I
but
to that.
You know, I think, you know, people are waking up to the propaganda. I think they know. And, you know,
I agree.
But this is a really good illustration to put out there for some of the people that may not realize. Because if they say, oh, well, the mask isn't going to help you from smoke. And is that because of the fires?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how things boomerang on them?
Yeah. It is amazing that they put that out. They didn't see.
I love this. I love it.
There's a 1B, that is related also to COVID. Found a couple.
COVID is back. It is, of course. It's election time.
I mean, are they really going to try to do this again?
Actually, they are. I mean, this is exactly what it's about. This meme illustrates exactly what the goal is. I mean, it's obvious when you look back at 2020.
But are people going to fall for it again?
I hope not.
And
if you remember the extremes in the election, they used COVID as an excuse for not allowing the people who were there to watch over the election to get close enough to see what was happening. And they wouldn't let anybody inside. And I don't think they'll get away with those restrictions.
I don't think so.
You know, And but yes, they're trying to bring COVID back, and it's obvious we have an election next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious, and we have primaries coming up. And do you think they're going to try some shenanigans with the primaries? I don't know how they can, because at least in Minnesota here, like you go in a little room with like 15 people, like they have people separated in rooms, and then you literally manually tally who you want to vote for, and you pick somebody to count the votes and pick another person to write them down.
I mean, there's been so much exposure, and eyes are on now.
A lot of
So
eyes on.
I think that they'll probably try, but I don't think they're going to succeed. There's too many people that are aware.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
I don't know how they think they're going to get away with it. Like they're trying to use an old playbook, but here's the thing is, like there are things that it's like, wow, look what they're trying now. And it's like, what? They're getting creative. They're desperate for some reason to not have Trump be president. Maybe that's a good segue into that.
Yeah, because that's, I think, what their number one right now is just to try to get them off the ballot. Some of the states, and then they realized, oh, we can't do that.
Yeah, oh yes, I actually, I'm going to pull that up. So initially they were saying that Trump should be disqualified from running for president under the 14th Amendment.
Mhm.
They're trying to say that he planned an insurrection on January 6th.
Right.
And New Hampshire, actually, their Secretary of State of New Hampshire said that he is trying to get Trump removed from the ballot, and he backed off of that after it went kind of viral on that. So yeah, I posted before, and I saw that news, and I'm like, good, because I had posted that the other day about New Hampshire, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
So they're going to try everything, and then of course the trial date for this insurrection that they call it, and is March 4th, which is the day before Super Tuesday.
Yeah, one of the trials. Which one was that for? Was that for the January 6th one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I believe.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was Georgia or the Washington D.C. one. Yeah. I don't remember which one, but yeah, right on Super Tuesday, when all of the primaries, most of the primaries are happening that very day. So, or the next day. It starts on that Monday.
Yeah, it's the next day.
Yeah. So with the 4 different indictments, we've got one out of New York, one out of Washington, D.C., one out of Georgia, one out of Florida. I mean, it's so obvious. And I know we talked about this last time about how obvious it was, but.
Yeah. So I have a little note here that the March 4th is that he conspired to subvert the election. So that's what that one is. The day before Super Tuesday. The timing is perfect.
Yeah.
Really, because I mean, the response to his arrest and his mugshot, there's a guy that's been in the retail for over 40 years, and he said the reaction for any kind of merchandise with Trump's mugshot, it's just through the roof. It can't keep up. He's never seen anything like it. T-shirts, mugs, hats, whatever. And then all the videos, they're just endless about his street cred, because he went through Georgia, right, on the way to the courthouse. He went through the hood, or and everybody was out there screaming and yelling.
Yeah, they were. I should have had that video.
Well, there's another video. Let's see, which one is it that I gave you? Media 3A. It's just one of countless.
Oh, interesting. When I pulled these up, it didn't pull them up under their name, but I can see which one it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll add this.
Okay.
The more you indict, the more we unite. Facts. It's Trump 2024. We don't care. You heard me? We already made our mind up. You already know when the hood got your back. Man, they deep in the hood. Gangsters hollering about Trump 2024. You heard me? Woo, woo, wah. Gangsters. The hood got this man back. I'm just trying to tell you. You heard me? And we ain't stupid, man. American people, man. We ain't all them talking about lockdowns and back when the masks and all that. You know, they got a new virus coming and it's gonna be, man, nobody don't care. Ain't fooling nobody no more with none of that. You know, new jack, man, nobody being fooled no more. We all the way up. You heard me? It's Trump 2024. That's what it's gonna be, cause we ain't having nothing else.
We're not being fooled anymore.
I mean, the Black community are awake.
There are so many videos like that.
Yeah, I
So
wanted to send you some others, but there was a lot of cursing. You would have had a lot of bleep, bleep, bleep. But they're awesome, though. They're just,
Yeah.
it's so great to see. And they know that they've been used by the Democrat Party. They know that Biden, you know, was didn't he author the crime bill? Or co-authored, co-sponsored? Anyway, they know.
Mm-hmm.
They know.
They do. And just like he said, you're not going to fool us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pulled this up purposely because I want people to see how many views. 254 million views. Trump posted on Twitter his mugshot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and the Tucker did
The interview.
the interview.
What are the views on that now?
262.4 million.
Wow. I wish we could see how many are here in America and then, you know, the rest of the world, because
Oh,
the world is watching.
that would be interesting. There might be analytics on that, but I just thought that was really interesting. I pulled it up so we could see it, but we're going to show memes at the end. So now we have the new segment at the end of our show showing memes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like went so viral. It's the most famous mugshot in the world in history, probably.
And of course, the MSM, even who I think it was John Bolton, they're all saying, "Oh, he didn't have to have that look. He could have smiled."
Yeah, well, I have John Bolton. I have him.
Yeah, it was just. I don't know if I'm going to play it. It's not.
I don't need to play it, but he basically, John Bolton was complaining that he purposely gave this look.
Yeah.
Intentionally, and that I saw a news article that said he gave that look to intimidate the judges. I'm like, what?
It's a little bit of a stretch, but it's definitely. I mean, you know, he talks about he's retribution president. So, yeah. But you know what? March 4th, Media 2A is kind of interesting.
Okay.
It's a Q drop, and it's some deltas. There's actually a lot of deltas for March 4th.
Before we get into that.
Okay.
Healthy One for You said the mugshot resulted in over $7 million in fundraising. Yeah, he raised that much in 24 hours. I think it was.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Did you say 2A?
Yes.
Or is it a video or a picture?
It's a
picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure I'm pulling the right thing up.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably need to zoom into it.
Yeah.
So I can guide people around this. All right. You want to talk through it and I'll drag it around?
I mean, they're really short. We have, I think that's 2018. Boom. So what is that?
Well, should we explain this?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just mean, should we? Okay. So a judge set a March 4th date. So we're talking about the March 4th date.
Mm-hmm.
And these are Q drops. Who is this from? Who did this dig?
Just Human. Well, I don't know if it was originally Just Human. I can find, but I got it from his channel. And who put it
Okay.
there?
That's okay.
Might have been Absolute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those
Because,
guys
he's
are
the Food
amazing.
Drop King, he and Stormy Joe.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not surprising. They're right on top of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So aligning the Q drop. So the judge sets a March 4th date. Then we're looking at a Q drop on March 4th, 8:38. I'll let you continue going through. Sorry.
Well, they're real short. We've got
Okay.
one. It's just boom.
Okay.
And then roasted.
Ah, interesting. Roasted, boom.
And warlike posture.
Ah, warlike posture activated.
Right?
So
And
this is about future proofs past.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a benefit? Think public optics to allowing your enemy to open the front door. Warlike posture activated. Thank you for playing. So open the door to prove election fraud.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yes.
how I read it.
That's exactly.
Because that's what they're doing.
That is what they're doing. As a matter of fact, even Trump has done a lot of truths on Truth Social that say, okay, now I get to show all the election evidence.
Yeah.
Time for discovery, people. Boom, boom.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing if we have any comments. All right. Yeah, so the whole Trump arrest and the campaign, and it's also interesting. I mean, we've got our popcorn.
We do.
Got our popcorn. I mean, that Tucker interview was awesome. Fox News got a few million views.
Yeah.
And it was the lowest viewed debate, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump got 262 million views, or 264. And that happened at the same time as the debates.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. Speaking of, I guess, running for president, some related news came out around just elections in general. I didn't want to pull this up. I wanted to pull this up. Okay. So I don't know if you all are familiar with the ERIC system, but that is when on election night, when votes are coming in, those votes are being sent, and they get sent through the ERIC system and then to the state and back. So it's software, and I think that's where the news media gets the numbers too that they post online. But they've been getting involved in registering voters, and they shouldn't even be involved in any of that. I'm not going to go through this whole article.
Wow.
But the Gateway Pundit did an exclusive on this, and this is an excellent article, and I haven't posted it yet.
Wow.
But yeah, they go through. First of all, they talk about what this person at ERIC said, and I'm actually gonna pull up a quick clip of this video. Maybe it's already. Is it on here? It is. So basically, he's saying they got 5 to 6 million new registrations for people that didn't ask for them. Oh, that is not it. So I'm going to go here because what the link does is it takes me right to the part I want to see.
Okay.
And let me know if you guys can't hear it.
Eric identifies in all of the states that
Can you hear it?
people who are eligible but who are not yet.
It's pretty low, isn't it?
It's a little low.
Why is it so low? Shoot. Well, basically, he's bragging about the ERIC system, and how they were able to get 5 to 6 million new registrations. And yeah, I'm definitely going to post this Gateway Pundit article. It's really long, but it kind of it talks about how Eric is using the DMV lists to, well, like the headline says, create targeted unregistered voter lists in order to get people registered to vote. And that's actually illegal. You're not supposed to be able to get any DMV lists, but they go around it because some of the information can be public based off of like, if there's insurance claims, that's public information. So they get a list of a lot of people. And I just wanted to call this out because it is related to the election. The ERIC system is something that we talked about after 2020 and had a lot of sus on them. Not just the voting machines, but also the system that sends the information back and forth to the states.
Well, it's very concerning because I know California and I know in other blue states, they give driver's licenses to illegals. So if
you have to show ID to vote.
Well, and if they're getting information from the DMV, then they're getting those illegals, and they're that's
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I mean, there's so many shenanigans going on, and how do we protect our elections? Because now, we're like, you have to show ID to vote. That's what we want, but they're allowing non-citizens to get driver's license.
I mean, at this point, or rather when we get there, I mean, we're really making progress, but by the time we get there, I think it's going to be so overwhelming because people are waking up that they would have to have so many false, fake ballots. And I mean, they would have to cheat. It would make it look like America has, 500 million people, voters.
That's true. They would have to make it look like we grew exponentially.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to do it. That's why I think they're trying so hard to get Trump out with all of these indictments and the arrests and the trial and all of it. So,
yeah.
But we're gonna see. We still have a little time. Just watch how it unfolds. But I really wanted to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh my gosh, I am doing a dig on him, and I have so much information. We almost need to let's talk about him. But I almost feel like we need to do a Saturday coffee and conspiracies and talk about him.
Okay.
But what would you like to talk about?
Well, he's the only one on the stage calling out the establishment. He's saying all the things we wanted to say, drain the swamp.
Hear, you mean?
Pardon?
He's saying all the things we want to hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But then it's very sus because the MSM, they love him. I mean, how can he be anti-establishment and have the mainstream media supporting him?
He has been making the rounds everywhere.
Yeah.
Doing all these interviews with people. And but there's a lot of interesting information on him. So
a lot.
He didn't register like as a Republican until recently.
Yeah.
And he came out of nowhere in 2021, just suddenly he wrote a book.
Yeah.
He
was a hedge fund manager. And didn't he have a pharmaceutical company?
It was a biotech.
Okay.
And it was a part of the pharmaceutical industry, but it was definitely biotech.
So go ahead.
No, some of the investors are left wing.
Yeah. Well, and I also read that, it wasn't successful for the 9 years that he was in business, never put out a viable product.
Never.
Never. And all the clinical trials, they were failed, right? And then there's still all these investors.
Right. Why would they invest in something like that?
Yeah. And then, he's come out and has said that he's invested, 10 million of his own money, I think, for his campaign. But when we look back in 2022, his company is Roivant, I think is what it's called. It was $3 a share, but then less than a year later, he announces that he's going to run and then is able to sell it for $8.
Mm-hmm.
$15 million.
That's some of the digging that I've been doing. Yes.
Okay, what's going on here?
Well, not only that, he was listed on the World Economic Forum.
Yep.
He sued them recently to get his information off of there just before he became super popular.
Yeah.
And they fought him a little bit, but then they went ahead and removed his information and apologized to him.
Yeah. Klaus sent him an apology letter. But yeah, he was listed as a young global leader.
Right. And a lot of people are, I don't know that that's necessarily but when you put all the various pieces together, you see that there's progressives investing in his ventures.
Yeah.
And George Soros.
BlackRock and Vanguard have invested.
Yes.
I mean, that tells you everything. The net worth has gone up 300%. It's like almost $1 billion now.
With no product.
Right? So come on. And he was a nobody before. And he also vowed at the debate to, do away with the teachers' unions. But the California state teachers retirement system are investors in his business.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And actually just I think today or yesterday recently came out a clip. I actually have the clip. Should I play it? Maybe I should play it. So I have a clip of him from 2003 where he was in an audience asking Al Sharpton political questions. There's Quebec. Let me just pull this up real quick.
Okay.
I think I didn't have time to download the video, so but before I play the video, I just want to point out DC Drano's comments here. He has a little typo, but newly released video of Big Pharma Vivek in 2004, it was actually 2003, trying to figure out which Democrat candidate to vote for.
Wow.
He would go on to apply for and receive a Soros Fellowship in law school. But now he wants to be the GOP nominee. So
wow.
I'm going to pause this and let me know if you cannot hear this, because I don't know if I uploaded this correctly.
Question here, go ahead. Reverend Sharpton, hello, I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry, and this week and the week before we had Senator Edwards, and my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience.
Wow.
I got involved in the political movement when I was 12 years old. And I've been involved in social policy for the last 30 years. So don't confuse people that have a job with political experience. Whoever the head of some local bureaucracy has a job in Cambridge, that doesn't mean that they have political experience, and it doesn't mean they have experience to run the United States government. So I think that we confuse title holders with political experience, as we have seen with the present occupant in the White House. George Bush was a governor and clearly has shown he doesn't have political experience.
Next one.
Yeah, so you see how he's smiling big
Oh yeah.
at Al Sharpton asking him why he should vote for him. Um, again, not one thing ever tells a whole story, but when you put all the little
When you piece it.
pieces together and try to connect the dots, there is suspicion there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor or anything, but it's suspicious. And I think we need to keep an eye on him because he came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, and that was DC Drano.
Yeah.
That was from 02, you said, or
03.
Okay, so if that was that long ago and he's flipped, he's changed, but we're talking these investors are globalists and they helped him make a ton of money and now he's running for president.
Well, not only that, how did he? Okay, so he got
That's recent.
super popular, super fast.
Yeah. And they say he
And-
won the debate. He's saying what Trump is saying. Oh, healthy one for you says kind of like Obama. Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. He
Yeah.
is slick speaking,
Yep.
and people fall for that. They fall for like charisma,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I think we have to be careful because we are in an information war, and part of their
Yeah.
tactics is infiltration.
Yeah.
And so we just have to be
Absolutely.
careful. And of course, if you're going to infiltrate, you're going to say everything
Yeah.
that people are going to cheer about.
Yeah, I think he's a Trojan horse. I don't think he's going to get in, but I'm just saying if he just, wrangles his way into politics on the GOP side, I just don't trust him. I'll just say it right out right now. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need any more. But I'm glad you're doing a dig because it'll just be really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how far I'll get. I'm going through old newspaper clippings right now. So
Wow, awesome. It reminds me of George Carlin. Remember, he's like, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, it's kind of like that. And I have a million bookmarks related to him and his Roivant Sciences
Yeah.
company that he has. So more to come on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are up for coffee and conspiracies, we can at least cover some of those details. I may not be finished with a dig because I think what I'm going to do is put that dig into a Substack when I'm done.
Great.
But comment in chat if you'd be interested in that. I just want to say real quick that Expo 75, hello Expo, commented, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, a very famous Trump quote. I only stand in their way because when they take me out of their way, they are going to vaccinate you. They're going to take away your children. They are after the kids, I have to say. I mean, that's not even an exaggeration. That's not being dramatic.
No, we see it now.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well,
yeah. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, this is kind of sad. I mean, I know we're going to do maybe a post-COVID studies, or it's just such a massive topic with the vaccine and COVID and everything. But I just want to show you something very recent. It's Media 4A, since we're speaking of children and young people. It's about this. They're calling it all-cause mortality, and 4A.
Yep.
And it's very upsetting. It's young people, children and young people 24 and under are dying at 40% excess mortality, 40% increase.
Where is my browser? Sorry.
It's okay. This is a chart. So what's going on?
So what's going on here? Can you repeat that? Because I was busy pulling it up. So
they're calling it all-cause mortality. And it's the deaths in with children and young adults 24 and under, it's up 40%.
Oh, all cause.
Yeah, they're calling all cause with these young people and children.
And that's not even like COVID slowed down when this went up.
Yeah. So what is it? I mean, we know.
Do you think it's the vaccines? I mean, those are. they said that the vaccines, the adverse side effects, could start showing up between a couple of weeks or immediately through 5 years.
Yes.
Like it could take up to 5 years
Yeah.
for the devastating results to show up.
Yeah. So this was really upsetting. And you know it was so crazy the other night. I don't know when the X-Files were originally aired, but I watched things.
I think that was in the 80s.
I don't know. So I just been watching it because there's so much garbage on TV. But there was an episode that was about a worldwide pandemic, and I was just watching it. It's about an RNA, a vaccine that goes in and changes your DNA.
Serious?
It's in the 10th season, the last episode, and it goes in and it alters your DNA and shuts down your immune system.
Wow. Predictive programming.
Totally I know we're going to do an episode on that, but I mean, it gave me chills. I have chills now thinking about it because I just saw it maybe 2 nights ago. I couldn't believe it.
So that's season 10. What episode?
It's the last one on season 10. I think they call it like a special. They don't, but it's between 9 and 11. They don't call it season 10, but it's wow. They go on, and they say the media. Oh, this is interesting too. The media has failed to report on it. And they're spraying aluminum through chemtrails in the sky, and that's exacerbating it. It's like activating, this problem in your body. I mean,
why don't they have all the seasons? Usually they have all the seasons on here. A list of X-Files. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
It was just pretty wild. So, and then it was the aluminum in the chemtrails they talked about, and the electromagnetic waves.
Yeah.
I mean, those are in the 5G towers everywhere. That brings, things on. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there.
No, I've got a season 10 right here.
Okay.
My Struggle. Is that it?
It's the last one, if that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. The one before that's called Babylon.
Yeah.
I kind of want to watch these.
It's been really fun. I mean, some of them are a little bit weird. Sorry to digress on X-Files, but
no, I like it. I like it.
Okay. And they had this big break, I guess, and so that was made in 2018.
This is 2016 here.
Oh wait, that's right. The final season is 2018, so that was in 2016.
Yep, February.
Okay, very happy.
Oh, I am so gonna watch this. This would be a great follow-up. So, hey everybody, watch this, and we'll have a coffee and conspiracies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of we could do with the X-Files episodes with coffee and conspiracies. To be honest,
yeah,
a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that sounds like another show that we have to plan.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was a great find, Carrie. Oh my goodness. I mean, I had to search for it while we were chatting, but I mean, that's an awesome thing that you brought up.
Yeah.
And honestly, I heard, so kind of related to your chart, that recently they've admitted that COVID was not the cause of death in a lot of the numbers that they put out there. That it was, they died from something else, but called it a COVID death. They just admitted that. And so if they try this shenanigans again, we are going to be out there. And Twitter is back up and open for us to inform people.
And by the way, the DOJ is suing Elon SpaceX.
I know. Oh, yes, that's right.
But I don't think it's because, they're saying it's because he's not hiring refugees, that he's biased in hiring.
Yeah, that's what I report on because he'll only hire American citizens.
Right. Right. But I think it's just because they're not happy about the truth that's being spread. So,
well, this is just like with Trump. They don't want him to be president, so they're trying to find anything to indict him on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's their new thing now. This is the new America, but we need to change it. We're going to change it.
We are.
Yeah, we've got. Oh, I need to pull up your new meme that you sent me. We've got some Maui follow-up stuff too.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some of that?
Yeah.
All right.
I read that approximately 2,000 children did not register for school.
Yeah, I posted that, and so I should have brought up my post because I
It's 1 in
posted.
4 kids.
Huh?
1 in 4 children. They
So-
didn't register, they didn't show up, or did they perish?
Well, so yeah, so my question though, here's my thing.
Okay.
And this isn't necessarily what I believe. I like to pose questions so that I can go out and try to find the answers. I don't know if we'll find the answers to this.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what's interesting. They sent the kids home
Yeah.
not because there was a fire. Okay, so it was
Fire
during the
didn't start yet.
no.
Yeah.
So it was before the fires.
Yeah.
Okay, so which is sad because parents were working and did they I would love to find some survivors, parents, and know if they were informed that the kids were being let out of school. But that's one thing. So they were let out early.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fire happened later.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that, they kept reporting really low numbers. First, it was like 80 some people.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was like 100 and some people.
Mm-hmm.
But then we hear this that 2,000 kids didn't register for school.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew that there was, a lot more missing that, but people were walking around the scene before they blocked it off.
Mm-hmm.
And said that they saw bodies, and I don't want to be gross or anything, but they saw that people died.
Mm-hmm.
They blocked off the scene and wouldn't let people in there.
Yeah.
And then what they started telling us is we're not going to find all the people through the DNA testing because the fire was so hot. There's another question. So there's more questions that pop up with everything. The fire was so hot that people, when they burned, turned to ash. We can't do DNA tests.
Yeah.
So that's like a lie.
Yeah.
And the second thing is that they suddenly weren't letting people in there or investigative reporters. That
You'd be arrested. Now you could be arrested. You
right.
can't go in.
So my question is, did these children perish? Mm-hmm. Did the parents I have 3 questions. Did they perish, which would be so sad?
Mm-hmm.
Did they survive, but the parents obviously went somewhere else, like left the island to seek safety somewhere else, like on the mainland or something? Because I think they were,
they're awfully quiet.
My third one, though, is a real worry because it just makes me think of Haiti.
Oh, geez.
Are the children really missing?
Oh, geez. I never even thought about that.
Well, that's what I posted on Telegram, posing kind of that question or insinuating that is a question to be answered.
And so the parents think that their children perished in the fire, but they really were.
Right.
Oh, geez.
So I want to find out, like, how many families maybe, went somewhere else and then had to register their kids, like in California or Las Vegas or wherever they, like, if they left. Because I'm hoping that's not
There's just so many unanswered questions. You know, the utility company said that they turned they turned the power off before the fire because it was windy. But then there's video, and I've seen video of sparks.
Right. They keep having contradictory.
They're
information.
lying, and then their stock dropped. Do you want to show Media 5A? Because their stock dropped, and then some people came in and bought it, a lot of it.
Oh, that one must be a video.
It's a video.
Okay.
It says a lot of it. It says some about Lahaina, but
I think this is the right one. Like, do a thumbs down to me if this is wrong.
oh, okay.
Viruses. They're testing cutting off pipelines and gas and fuel and
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
inflation. To create the angrier world to then organize the starving masses into launching their great reset that is the controlled collapse of civilization. So there's a cover-up in Maui, in Lahaina. They know that they didn't trim the trees. They know the trees and bushes fell on the power lines. They know they let the power on. They know they turned the water off. They know they didn't issue the alarms. They know they let the whole thing happen. And then the police chief who ran the Vegas cover-up, in my view, we know that thing was a cover-up, he's magically there right after they failed to buy the town out from under the people. They're saying the town's worth $5.5 billion. But once they build high-rise hotels, it'll be worth 3 or 4 times that. And we already have the governor announcing that's the plan, and Oprah and all the rest of them. This is disgusting. And Hawaii is the greatest example of a bunch of billionaires, over 100 of them, that have moved into all the major islands and are pushing everybody else out. They want it as their own private preserve.
I don't know how y'all feel about Alex Jones, but I think he summed that up.
Well, he's spot on there. I mean, you know, it is strange that the police chief is the same guy from Vegas.
From the Vegas shooting. Well, I don't know if he mentioned, but BlackRock and Vanguard just acquired the utility company.
Really?
Yeah.
Very sus. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's almost like just in your face. It's like, too bad. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. But they're wrong. I think there's going to be, they're going to have a rude awakening.
Well, and you know, we saw a lot on social media from people, some residents, but in Lahaina from Maui, but we haven't heard from the parents.
Right, that's what I'm getting at. I want to hear from some of the parents.
I think that it's growing. I mean, they have to be enraged and grieving and all of it. Just, this is not going away.
Right.
Yeah, it's not going away. So I don't know how it's going to all, you know, pan out.
I think we need to keep covering it as we keep finding more information. Even if our topic one night is a specific topic, like next week, we're going to have a more focused topic. If we have new information, I think we should just bring it up.
Pop it in.
Take a few minutes to keep everybody updated on that, because I think it's that important, you know.
It is. And this BlackRock all the time, everywhere. You know, it's really
not just BlackRock, but so this is what I had pulled up initially.
Oh, yeah. Up in Northern California.
Oh, is this in California? I thought this was somewhere else. So,
but that the Silicon Valley investors bought like 55,000 acres, quietly bought. They acquired it in Northern Cal, and it's kind of strange.
It's related. It's related because they want. This is definitely a 15-minute city grab.
Yeah, it's their utopian, you know, city. And was farmland.
Yeah.
Okay. We talked about that in our climate episode. Yeah. And then so they want those cities. And then RFK recently is speaking out, warning that BlackRock is planning to gain ownership of all single family homes. And I was getting texts, a few months ago, like within the last year, wanting to uh, buy the house cash, and just started again. So yeah,
Yeah.
I won't tell you how I replied, but anyway.
Yep, they're grabbing homes as fast as they can as they hit the market, and they're paying more than regular people can pay to purchase the home. So over market intentionally. And I've been posting about that for a long time.
Yeah, I think that was one of our, if not our very first episode, maybe our second, like a year ago. Mike in chat is saying, why is there no huge outcry from parents in Maui? That is a great question.
That is a really good question, Mike.
Yeah. And also, did we lose entire families in Maui? I mean, it's all the native Hawaiians who have been there for generations that had their heels stuck and that would not sell to these big, these billionaires corporation to build on their land there. It was sacred to them. And this is.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? A recent article I saw related to this. I don't think I talked about this last time, but they had barricades up.
Yeah.
The police, why did they put barricades up? And
what are they
there
hiding?
are people that defied the barricades and just went around them.
Yeah.
But other people like obeyed the barricades and stayed behind when there's a fire raging. And the people that went around the barricades survived.
And
the other
you mean to get out?
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Why did they have barricades?
Right.
They were out.
So they were trying to get out. They were driving, right? They were trying to drive out.
Yes.
And they had a barricade.
Yes.
I did see that.
Yes.
It's like trapping them in there.
What the heck? I don't know, but definitely we need to just keep reporting on this. I think it's really important. I think it ties into the global agenda, and we're going to keep following it. So that's a good question, Mike.
Yes. But there are other signs that we're winning. There are.
Yeah.
Like BRICS.
Yeah, the BRICS alliance is really interesting. A lot of people predicted that that the BRICS would talk about replacing the dollar and all of that. But they said we're not going to talk about that in our summit. But they did talk expansion.
Yeah.
And
they invited a bunch of countries: Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and full membership will take effect January 1st. So, it's growing. And the thing is I was kind of confused at first, but the way that I understand it now, after reading a little more, is that it's just going to give nations back their national sovereignty, and they can use their own currency, and they're not locked into, the petrodollar, which, let's face it, I mean, we've taken out leaders because they wouldn't go along with that and put up the central bank and, do all their trade for energy, for oil in dollars. And so it's actually, the dollar has been at its all-time high. And that was as of 2022. I haven't checked it recently, but it's really just removing the globalist lever of power, which is the petrodollar. So
Iran is super excited. I mean, they submitted a request to join the BRICS Bank.
Yeah.
Iran, I should pronounce it.
Iran.
Iran.
Yeah.
So I've lived in the Middle East, and I was corrected when I used to say Iran. I used to say that like that. I'm from Minnesota. That's my Minnesota accent.
Cute.
Iran. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, Iran already submitted a request to join. And that was an article from today. And also, the Bosnian Serb leader calls for Bosnia, and I'm not even going to pronounce that, to join BRICS instead of the European Union because they're supposed to be joining the European Union.
See, there's a lot happening. When you look behind the headlines that are getting a lot of the attention, there's a lot of movement. And then if you just look at, you just played the video about what's been going on in Ukraine since the coup in 2014 and how that's been the headquarters for the globalists.
Yeah, I
laundering.
posted that. I don't think did I play it here? I don't think I played it.
No, not tonight, but it's, that Putin is taking out the globalists, basically. So that would be a whole episode if we went into that. But there's been a lot of talk about, why do we hate Hungary so much? What's their threat?
Right.
It's basically they're a Christian country and they have a national identity. And there's a lot of the same with Russia. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think people just need to understand some of the history. So I don't know if this is the same video about Ukraine, that I posted on Telegram. Share with your friends and family. Go check out Nev's channel.
Yeah.
But and download that video and share it because it kind of goes through what happened over the years. And just like with, what was that? What was the country? Remember that had the big tsunami? Sri Lanka. They were so poor they had to go to the IMF to bail them out. Okay, so this is what happened in Ukraine. Ukraine had the IMF over them. And wanting to control them, and they said no to the IMF demands. And so what happened was the color revolution right after that.
Yeah.
But
that's how they've been.
Sri Lanka said yes. They're going based off their demands. And this is the thing. This is how the globalists are taking control of countries.
Yep.
Either they financially go and help them and then make their demands.
Well, it's part of the contract. I mean,
or the color revolutions. Yes.
Yeah. Well, they'll take out the leader, but I mean, I know that Africa, I think that their land, I'm not sure which countries, but it's the second largest mineral resource, in the world, their resources, the minerals in the ground. And so the World Bank won't lend them money just to support their nation unless the globalist corporations can go in and take all their resources, their minerals.
Yep.
It's massive.
I don't even think it's about minerals, to be honest. I think it's about their global agenda.
Control, but they are stealing. They
are. Yeah, they're pretty much raping the land.
They are.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad, but you're right. There's a silver lining in everything. Just like with Trump's indictments, now all the election evidence gets to get out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, all of these things, like I said, the rude awakening, we're going through a great awakening. They're going to go through a rude awakening.
Oh yeah. There's a reckoning coming. And just
there is a reckoning.
All the things that are trending on social media, the people that are putting it out there, they would have been taken out a long time ago. Like,
yeah,
people on the news now talking about it, and they're openly talking about it. So something is going on that people are not afraid for their lives, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's so much going on. Oh my gosh, we could do a whole nother hour.
Yeah, we could. I know.
I know we have other topics, like there's the Biden corruptions happening. I do want to bring this one up just because I think it's important that we have to pay attention to this stuff too. Okay. But so Biden used all these pseudonyms, fake names and fake emails, and then Comer, bless his heart, he's fighting hard in the
Yeah.
Congress, and he demanded that the National Archives release all the emails
Yeah.
that he sent as vice president using these pseudonyms. And they have admitted that there are 5,400 at least, at a minimum, emails. And many of them went to his son.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
That's a treasure
official
trove.
business, like visiting presidents of other countries,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there's just so much corruption. Not only that, additional, but the prosecutor, Weiss, he knew one of Joe's pseudonym email accounts and literally emailed the whole family and giving condolences and talks about how much he loved the family. And but how did he know Joe's fake accounts? So all of these people going after Trump are connected
Oh yeah.
to Biden. And I wonder how connected they are to Obama, because I think it's all of, Biden's not smart enough.
No. This definitely.
This is all the leftover Obama people
Yeah.
that
Definitely not Biden. Oh my God.
no, I mean,
He's not the mastermind.
he's not the mastermind, but yet his family took a lot of advantage for financial gain. But I think the real puppet masters pulling the strings are those we can't see.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
McCarthy's
I
been
wanted to vent about that one because that was just driving me nuts. Plus,
Yeah.
just like they don't even Biden went to Hawaii, but he waited forever. He didn't make a statement when it happened. He fell asleep at the thing he was at when he went there.
Disgraceful. Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. We're damn fed up. Pardon my French.
Oh man,
I know you had other things you wanted to bring up. So what do you want me to?
I found one thing, it's just quick. The straws, the paper straws that they make.
Oh, yeah.
There's a funny meme about Trump with the straws. Like, what about the cups and the takeout and everything else? It's just the straws. But anyway, a new study has found that the eco-friendly plant-based straws contain forever chemicals, the PFASs.
They what? I think I missed what you said there.
They have PFAS chemicals, which are synthetic chemicals in them. And so you're drinking anyway. It's just another example. Since the 50s, they've been put in our cookware. They're in our
trying to say it's safer and it's better for the environment.
It's on the carpets. It's on anything that's that make it non-flammable. It's everywhere. And now they want us drinking out of it. So anyway.
Yeah, we had that meme where President Trump was up talking about the straws.
Yeah. It is kind of weird that they just focus on that, and then they want us to have these straws, and then they're full of chemicals. Okay, so
that's interesting. Did you want me to play any of your other media?
We have. I think there's just the last one, the 6A. Was there something else? Yeah, 6A is.
Okay. Should we play it and then we can get into our memes of the week?
Sure.
All right, sounds good.
Capable of doing beautiful things. I am a human being, capable of doing beautiful things.
I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed,
Run.
I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Retribution. I am your retribution. I am your retribution. I am your retribution. I am your retribution. Not going to let this happen.
No, he means that.
Yeah.
He really means that.
He does, and that is why they're all panicked.
Yep.
So
That's the panic in DC.
the face, yeah, right. Ooh, the face in his mugshot, the picture of him younger, that same face. Do you have him? There's okay. Let's look at the memes because there's a picture of him when he was a little guy.
Oh yeah, let's go through the memes.
Okay.
I don't know that I'll have them in the right order.
Okay.
I've actually got one video one that I'll show the pictures.
Okay.
No, it would loop. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna
Okay,
have
let's go.
Trump on the cover when he wins 2024.
What's that?
Time will have Trump on the cover when he wins. They have to. So
Yes, absolutely. I've got this one. Donald Trump and Martin Luther King Jr. share a jail cell after being arrested for their civil rights demonstration. This is from Trump History on Telegram. I have to thank Pepe Lives Matter for bringing that to our attention. Let's see what we got here. I'm not sure which ones are ones you submitted versus me. I just upload them all.
okay.
Oh, that's the one we already played.
Trump supporters and Trump haters both wearing his mugshot
Merch.
merch.
So we're united behind his mugshot.
But that's cute.
The
Everybody's
haters,
wearing it.
yes, the haters love his mugshot, and people who love Trump love his mugshot.
Great marketing. Amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
That is.
Brilliant.
All the famous people mugshots, right?
Yeah.
Legendary. We've got Elvis in there and Johnny Cash.
I don't remember Bowie being arrested.
Yep. Oh, Martin Luther King too should be on this one.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is an awesome one.
Yeah.
Look, it's Super Mega Delta Plus Pro Deluxe Strain. See, nobody cares. Another COVID variant.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. That's a good one. That's a good. That was your find for sure.
Yeah.
Salesman slaps reflector dish. You can fit so much climate change into this bad boy. The World Economic Forum. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Direct energy weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
FBI raids Trump. They bring out fake Stormy Daniels indictment. They indict Trump for questioning an obviously stolen election. And they ensure Trump's victory by giving him the most iconic mugshot of all time.
What's this?
Bravo to whoever created this one.
I know it's a great meme template. Is it Kennedy? What's his name? He's the World WWF guy.
Kennedy?
This is Pepe Lives Matter did this one.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. It's great. Oops, I showed that one. That one. Yeah, Pepe did a whole bunch that I'm going to show.
He did.
I did a couple memes and I have those queued up too.
Okay.
I love this one. this guy who did this video,
The first time.
most clever. It turned into a classic reusable meme. So I love it.
Yeah, this is Pepe again.
Was it Pepe again? Yeah. Pepe had a whole bunch. So the night that Trump's mugshot, and these are all using Trump's mugshot. So the night that Trump's mugshot came out, he was going nuts creating memes. I wish I was that clever that quickly.
Yeah, he was having a good time. Everybody, we were all
My
having.
brain was fried after work, and that's when it was all happening. All right. And then Pepe Deluxe posted this.
Look at that face.
Born for this. Look at that. His childhood
I
face
know.
looks just like his mugshot.
I know. He was born for this.
This is about future proofs past.
Totally. It's a Delta. No, it's a.
It's a Delta. It's a 73-year-old Delta.
We love
Oh my
it.
gosh, I love this one.
Yeah.
Great job, Pepe Deluxe.
Yeah.
This is Pepe Lives Matter. I'm going to pull the whole thing down. I'm going to bring the whole effing disease corrupt temple down on your heads, and it's going to be biblical.
That's from Law Abiding Citizen.
Yep.
With, Gerard Butler.
Yep.
What a great flick.
Let's see. Oops, I already did that. And then this was like before his mugshot came out.
Where people were trying to say
guessing-
this was his mugshot?
Yeah, this was what we some anon predicted his mugshot would look like, which is pretty close. Oh my goodness! Whoops. All right. So, wanted for president. I love it. Just a couple more. This is from Pepe. Just two patriots staring at each other. Stare at his image for a minute there, patriots. Very clever. I did this one. I did like 3 Mount Rushmore
I
ones.
saw that. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then leaders who have had their political opponents arrested. Joe Biden's in there with Fidel Castro and Hitler and Stalin. Anyway, great memes this week. People are clever.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented anons doing those memes.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any closing thoughts, Carrie?
No, I think the memes really summed it up nicely. See what, let's see, Mike in chat is saying, Blacks for Trump on the rise. Will we ever see BLM again? Blacks for Trump versus BLM memes would be glorious. Yeah, they kind of disappeared because of the fraud. You know, they got, they were found out. The truth will always out. You know?
It always does. It always does.
Yeah, they spent millions of dollars on the homes, real estate everywhere. So
yeah, for sure. It's amazing to see all the support. Like, people aren't afraid to say they support Trump anymore.
Yeah.
Although I saw somebody posted, I don't know who it was, posted this maybe it was Carly, Midnight Rider. I'm not sure though, so I apologize if I don't remember correctly. But this guy on TikTok is saying, I'm so scared to say that I'm against Trump and all. Oh, it was Pepe. It was Pepe.
Yeah, it was Pepe. It was a faux conservative.
The reason I know it's Pepe is because I'm like thinking, you know, well, Pepe just said is fake and gay.
Yeah.
and it was just a fake thing. Like, I'm afraid to say that I don't support Trump, when really the opposite is true. Like, people aren't afraid to say they support him anymore.
Yeah.
We're not the silent majority.
Oh no, heck no. Heck
so,
no.
But do you remember when I posted about Brave Books, because there was they have wholesome books for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this gal posted in Pepe's chat about having her book published on Amazon.
Okay.
So, folks,
Wow.
I don't get any kickback for this. I just wanted to highlight A Dog is a Dog is her book. If you're a boy and you know it. I like it. So her name is Kimberly Jean Sutherland, if you want to look up the author.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's on Amazon. But I thought that would be a good thing to highlight. I almost forgot to bring it up. So you guys, we really appreciate you joining us tonight. Please, if you liked tonight's episode, will you throw a like on there and ask your friends to come watch us and subscribe. And
Thank you,
yeah,
all of you. Thank you for joining us.
it's always so much fun. And actually, some of our regulars, you guys, some of the regulars, think about maybe seeing if there's topics you're interested in that you might want to be on for a little bit with us in chat. So
Yay.
wouldn't that be fun?
Who wants to be a guest?
Yeah. If you have a topic you're interested in, post on my Telegram channel or reply to me on Truth Social or Twitter. I'm mostly active on Telegram. So, yeah, we would love to hear from you. Okay. Just like we had Orion on, and I think he wants to come back and talk about COVID again. So
Okay.
we should maybe chat with him. But,
Okay.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Nevs.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright